How's it going, everyone? I'm Isle, and today it's time for some more StarCraft 2. Our first player here is our Red Terran player, the best player in China. It's Oliviera, and slight pun because his previous name was actually Time. Well, not his previous name, his previous tag. What do you call it? Yeah, you know that thing. His opponent, an absolute formidable Protoss player. Probably, safe to say, the best Protoss player in the world from South Korea. It's herO. Now, I have been letting a little bit of time go by, before casting this match because I wanted to avoid spoilers. It's been long enough since Katowice has ended that I can now say this. So, spoiler warning, if you have no idea what happened in Katowice, just mute me for like 5 seconds. Oliveira is the world champion of StarCraft 2. He had an absolute insane run in IM Katowice. A story that brought tears to everyone's eyes. Like, It was insane. The players that he had to go through on his way, he went through quite a few. So I'm probably spoiling this match a little bit, and I'm gonna stop talking about it now. But anyway, he's amazing. He'd had a fantastic run. It was such a great story, and I want to bring you the game that he had. Well, the series, the best of 5 series that he had against herO. herO. Not a slouch, and I think definitely the favorite of this game. herO is an absolute monster. He's been playing insane StarCraft 2. He's really been doing well. I know guys like Dark, Dark is amazing. Dark is one of the best Zerg players in the world, and he was saying during IM Katowice, he was like, I don't like playing against herO. I just don't like it. He goes up against herO in the online cups quite often, and he hates it. He really doesn't like it. So, you know, if a guy at the caliber of Dark is saying things like that. That also being said, herO has on multiple occasions taken out Maru quite comfortably. So, you know, he's a player to be reckoned with. So Oliviera is going to have his absolute... he's going to have his work cut out for him in this series. So far everything seems standard for this opener here. This Adept is going to try cause a little bit of nonsense. Very herO-esque. He likes to be aggressive early on. Speaking of aggressive early on, that is a very quick blink. So you can expect that herO is going to be... loses that SCV. He's going to be trying to get a little bit of work done with his Stalkers. He loves to be on the map with his Stalkers. Loves to be aggressive. Moving them around. Trying to get whatever damage he can, and his control of his Stalkers is absolutely insane. Why am I clicking so skewed? Oh, it's because I got my stupid mouse pad. One of those stupid ergonomic ones that's supposed to make your wrist like better. It just makes my mouse do funny things. So yeah, I don't use it when I actually play StarCraft. I just kind of forgot to toss it aside today. Okay, that Adepts finally gets blocked. It's tripping over my words. Only one SCV lost, and that was the one that was lost out here to the bunker as I was trying to get into the bunker. So, yeah, good defense. Solid defense. This is going to be a relatively aggressive follow-up from herO. I'm assuming it's going to be an observer that he's going to move across, then use the Stalkers to try to blink in and out of the main. Yeah, could be fun. This map is altitude, by the way. A very chilly map. I think it's quite a solid map. Did he... Oh no, okay, there comes the Warp Prism. So the nice thing about the Warp Prism is, because it's got a decent range for picking up units, you can be aggressive with your blink on the Stalkers, and then use the Warp Prism to kind of pull the Stalkers out of danger one by one. So yeah, quite a nice little thing, and obviously very great just for reinforcements, but definitely a very useful offensive tool for the Protoss. We have 3 racks here for Oliviera. Finally, the starport is coming up. 2 with tech labs. And I don't think the factory is going to be used too much. It's going to be mostly a bio army. Marauders, Marines, medevacs. He's going for the tech lab on the factory, so maybe he's considering getting a couple of tanks as well. Okay, Marine's going to spot this. Behind this, we do see the robotics bay as well as a forge just to get upgrades going. There is a pylon that is allowing warp-ins. So these stalkers, they're just going to walk straight past. So that warp prism just pulled a little bit out of position. Allows a little bit of damage to come in from here. More stalkers behind this. And the warp prism's just going to hang here, constantly adding danger. There is a missile turret going up, which is obviously going to be very nice. But that's already 4 workers down. So a little bit of value here from herO. Okay, blink is safe. That's a decent stim though. These stalkers are going to be lost, a little bit of them. It's 2 down so far. Blink comes up. But at the same time, there's a lot happening in the main base. There's 13 workers down. This game is looking a little bit rough. This is a rough start for Oliviera. He does not want to lose this many workers. Finally, the zealots are going to be cleaned up, but the warp prism's still around. It's going to drop into the natural now. Going to carry on. That's 16 workers. At the same time, the Terran army is now moving across. Going to see if it can get any damage done. Stalker's going to try and move forward and blink back. Just see what damage they can get done. There's no splash yet. Oh, this army might be able to just punch its way through. There's no splash. Shield battery gets taken down. This pylon's going to be taken down, and the Marines are now running into the natural mineral line. They're going to start pulling off a bunch of kills. The Colossus gets killed immediately. The army is thinning out, but that's 23 probes going down. Oliviera is just going to... He's just going to keep marching in. Gets rid of the pylon that unpowers all of these buildings. GG! Despite the damage, Oliviera takes game number 1. And after game number 1, we are 1-0 up for Oliviera. Very good move there. Even though he took damage, he made a snap decision to say, okay, well, irrespective of the damage, I'm going to let my reinforcements deal with it. And I'm going to keep sending my army, because surely, if herO's got a lot of things busy warping in on my side, it must mean he doesn't have too much at home. And I think he picked up a fantastic timing, just being able to get rid of those colossi before that, well, the colossus, before it was able to deal too much damage, and then getting that pylon. A little bit of an artosis pylon there. 1 pylon powering 4 different buildings. Eek. Not ideal, but yeah, fantastic decision making from Oliviera. And I think that was kind of one of his strongest points in this entire tournament. He had a very good decision making, knowing when to attack, when to defend, when to do all sorts of things. So yeah, very nice. So far, is herO going to go for 1 base play? Surely he should have a probe on the way down. No, against Terran you go for Cybercore first. Never mind. Yeah, there goes the probe. Alright, no, nothing dodgy. Oliviera is going to go without a scout. He's going straight into a Marine, not going to bother with the scout. Yeah, there comes the Nexus in the natural for herO. Let's see what he does to bounce back in this game. I'm assuming he's going to spend a lot of time going into the... okay, there goes the second command center. A bunch of games going into that Blink Stalker. It is his style. He's so very good at it. I don't see why he shouldn't play his regular games. But yeah, Oliviera, or Time as he used to be known, was actually very highly rated amongst the other pro players. So in a lot of interviews and stuff, there were people talking about him and things like that, and they said he's really good. The only problem is playing in the Chinese region that he does is, I mean, not that Chinese StarCraft is bad by any stretch. Well, that being said, it might struggle now. I'll get back to that. But he's just not in as many events as the other guys. So he plays in the online cups, which is where you can see him, but you don't see him on stage in the GSL, and he is not in the ESL Europe kind of tour. So I think it's kind of hard to see his games, but actually he's very solid, and I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on him. Well, now I have to. yeah, in terms of StarCraft in China, I believe there's a contract that finished between Blizzard and someone. So unless you're using a VPN, you can't play StarCraft in China anymore, which is really sad. And I feel for those communities, because I mean, it's a great game. But yeah, we'll see where StarCraft is going. I put out a poll yesterday. Not that it really affects me. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like me making StarCraft videos actually affects my like well-being or stuff like that. I do this for fun. But it is kind of sad that this game could potentially be I don't want to say in trouble. You know, people are still going to be playing it. I'm probably still going to play it for a long time. But yeah, it's not in the best position it's ever been in. Anyway, we did see a Stalker opening. I'm going to try not to get too depressed about StarCraft. Alright, no one's saying anything about dead game in the comments. Let's not do that. To be fair, people have been saying that since what, like 2014? Still lived on. I guess people said that about Brood War as well. And look at that. And it's, what's it, 20 something years on? When did Brood War come out? 1998? I tried to do the math. I'm not going to, okay? You can quickly grab your calculator, do that math, because nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not one for mathematics, at least not when I'm under pressure. Which is pretty much any time someone asks me a mathematical question. So yeah. But I've been considering actually checking out Brood War. Well, at least StarCraft Remastered. Brood War looks terrible now. But it could be a lot of fun. Because I only ever played through the campaigns of Brood War. I never actually did any online stuff, because at the time when I got Brood War, I didn't have very good internet. Ooh, this Adept actually finishes. Dies for no damage. I don't think that was intended. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking of jumping onto the ladder, seeing what it's like. I'm gonna get demolished, but anyway. Stalker's moving across the map. Blink is not yet done, and actually Oliviera meets us halfway through, so these Stalkers are gonna be in a little bit of trouble. At the same time, there are 4 more busy moving across behind the Terran army. They will be spotted by the medevac, which is gonna boost to get out of range. Oliviera's not gonna stop there. He's moving his army down. Stalker's gonna try to buy some more time. What herO does is very good. He picks off a unit, then retreats. So he's not losing anything, but he's getting a marine every single time. Okay, but now the siege tanks are set up here just outside the Protoss base. At the same time, Oracle's gonna try come in again. It's a little bit stuck now. There's not too much of an army yet. Yeah, it's a good decision to retreat. Very good decision, because herO's just got a much better defensive position. And he's gotten rid of a lot of marines. These Stalkers hanging in the middle of the map, trying to get some damage done. herO blinking aggressively is going to get rid of both tanks and the marines, as well as the medevac. He cleans up this entire army, and he can now go on the trot with his Stalkers. Very good interception, yeah. And honestly, I don't think... There is nothing at home. The bunker isn't even finished. I don't think Oliveira is going to have anything. Aggressive blink forward, gets rid of the Marauder, gets rid of the Marines. There's a single tank, but not enough. GG, herO ties it up. Alrighty, game number 3. We're sitting at 1-1 for both these players. And guess what map it is? Oh yes, it's the Ancient Cistern. Now if you think about that more, like, I'm trying to think what else Cistern means. Because in my mind, the only thing that I can think of that's a cistern is the top of a toilet, you know, where the water like goes and it flushes. And if it's ancient, is that why it's green? In which case, ew. Ooh, herO's gonna go for a little bit of trickery. Pylon coming up, yeah, what's he got at home? He's already going for gas. The gas timing's normal. So I'm reckoning it's gonna be a Stargate. Probably. Proxy Stargate, try to get a couple of oracles, maybe even one, nice and early into the Terran base. And if the Terran's not ready for it, it can be decent damage. Okay, so look at that. So he tries to get it the right angle so that it's not looking suspicious. Timing is maybe a little bit different, but yeah, he tries to keep the exact same timing for that probe coming in. was gonna say Oliviera sniffed it up, but no, he's just sending a scouting worker across. Prob's gonna be annoying. Command center's just gonna be built a little bit skew. He doesn't really care too much. And it's a gateway. Ooh. So Zealot's coming up here. Cybernetics Core is building at home. Okay. I like. Oh, he doesn't even go in to check. He's just checking the timing on the natural. So he's gonna have no. I'll say that. Ooh, he sniffed this one out beautifully. Did he? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. What'd I do? Oopsie. Fast forward. Fast forward. What'd I do? Reaper, where are you? There you are. That's the right button. Yeah, that's it. So he does see it. Am I on the right speed now? There I am. Okay. Oops. We're gonna watch the match in slow motion. Anyway, nothing to see here. This is absolutely perfectly professional. Yeah. Okay, so Oliviera is going to defend this with 4 SCVs, his Marine as well as the Reaper. I think it should be fine. It's all about the micro there. Just trying to finish that bunker. Once the bunker comes down, good micro. Trying not to lose any SCVs. Just trying to let this SCV have time to finish the bunker. Once the bunker finishes, there it is. I think he's going to be comfy with that. Moves the rest of the SCVs up. Yeah. Yeah, good defense. Honestly, there's not going to be much damage here. He's got time to get the upgrades on his, the tech lab and the thingy. He's got the bunker for safety. Reaper's going to come out just to cause nonsense. I like that. He's going to start making extra Marines from his barracks now, and I think this pressure is not going to do too much. Oh, the bunker might go down. Oh, the Reaper actually picks off one of the Adepts. In the meantime, he's just relocating. Oh, Reaper eventually goes down. SCV's coming in to repair now. Go, Marine, go! Okay, run away, run away, run away. Oh, good defense. Very solid defense. Cyclone is on the way out. That's going to help. So the Cyclone can defend from the high ground. Not a massive investment from herO, but definitely this was held comfortably. Absolutely fantastic defense there. And eventually, Oliviera is just going to have enough units to be able to walk off to that pylon, get rid of it. Yeah, it's going to be comfy. This stage 34 workers to 31. But obviously Terran's got a little bit of leeway. They still have their mules, which helps a lot. If you look at the mineral income, it's actually in the lead for Oliviera at this point. I don't think anything's going to happen. Here's the siege tank. The siege tank's going to help from the high ground. But at least hero's going to be able to get scouting done. He's going for his third base behind this. Robo's already done. Blink is on the way. So it's going to normalize. I like the idea. I like the Adept. What on earth is an Adept? Oh. Anyway, we see 3 barracks once again. Doubled the reactor from Oliviera. He's been favoring this one, going for the later starport. And I'm quite a fan of it because he gets himself a decent army out that can... I thought it was going to finish there just to see if the siege tank can get some friendly fire. But yeah, he gets himself decent amount of units out and then attacks once he's got 2 medevacs, which pretty good timing, I think. Yeah, goodbye Marine. Nice knowing you. Warp Prism is on the way. Scan reveals everything. Yeah, Oliviera knows exactly what's coming. Don't think he saw the prism, but it's a safe assumption to make. Here comes the Stalkers. herO's doing herO things. He's also going into charge now. I kind of like the charge. The Adepts go in. I was wondering what those Adepts were going to do. No 3rd CC yet. So that's something to keep in mind because... Oh, gets the Observer. That's fantastic. Because that means there's going to be a lot more pressure. At this stage, the 3rd CC should have been done already. 5 gates coming up for herO. So herO is planning on making enough units as well. Nope. Just warping in more units. I'm assuming there's going to be a blink. Depths once again trying to just keep an eye on what's going on. He does have that that pylon over there still, which is pretty good. I wonder if he moves his entire army out, is this shade going to finish? Yep, there it is. Okay, there is a siege tank on the high ground, which is going to deal a decent amount of damage. Reinforcements are also going to come out, but that is 2 workers going down, so that's nothing to sneeze at. That's 3. 3 for the price of a couple of adepts, though. Don't know about that one. What is this? What is this? herO, talk to me about this wall. What is going on here with this placement? Anyway, here comes a bunch of zealots in the war prism. Stalkers are going to be knocking on the front door. There's enough tanks to be able to deal with that. Cyclone. It's going to get the war prism. These zealots are going to go in. Reinforcements are on the way. The stalkers are trying to do something, but the defense is once again pretty solid. A couple of workers do go down. Never mind. A couple meaning 4. But, yeah, not the game-ending damage. Or at least, you know, debilitating damage that I think herO would have wanted. Oliviera looking to be in a good position. herO is not in a trouble just yet, and he is going to go up to Storm, which I do like. But once again, look at this timing. I think Oliviera is going to hit once again before there is any splash, and that is a problem. With the War Prism done, he also knows that he's pretty safe from any attacks for a little bit at least, until another War Prism can get in. He's making double Liberators at this point. I love the Liberators. Liberators are very good. He's going to siege up here. I think he's just going to wait for the Liberators to arrive. Here goes the War Prism. Stimming in, getting a little bit of damage. So the War Prism is going to bypass this, try to do some little bit of damage behind. Okay, here comes the Zealots. Zealots coming from 2 different angles. Stalkers also decent stimming. I don't think Oliviera's got quite it. I say that. All the Zealots are gone, and once the Zealots are gone, the Stalkers make a nice squishy target. Gotta be careful with that. Here comes the reinforcements. Oh, the boys. He's pulling the boys. Oh, yes. I don't know why everything has the theme song, but anyway, it does. And that's okay. I like it that way. A couple of Zealots gonna run by. Zealots, you ain't gonna get any worker damage done because all the workers are over here. These 2 Liberators gonna be able to set up, and they're gonna help so much. Set up in the right position. Probes are being pulled. SCVs are tanking for the rest of the bio army. The Liberators are up in the air. That's going to make a favorable position. Storm does not finish. That is major. That means there are going to be no storms. There's no splash. Once again, Oliviera hitting at a timing where there is no splash. He's going to be able to get the natural. The Liberators are helping to keep this army at bay from the back. herO's going to try bounce on this. Ugh, these units are so low. But without the splash, look, one storm maybe could have changed the tide of that battle. Granted, he didn't have any High Templar. So, even if the upgrade did finish, his High Templar wouldn't have that energy. But, yeah, Stalkers alone are not very good against the Terran army. There's a tank. The Liberators are eventually down. But Oliviera is just going to keep pushing. 44 workers going down. And even though he's lost a bunch of SCVs, he was pretty all in with this. There is nothing behind this. herO is absolutely broke. Another pylon depowers everything. Oliviera takes game number 3. Alrighty, and for our game number 4, this is match point. We find ourselves on Kresvan. Also another really good map. herO has to do something to get back into this one. If he's not careful, Oliviera is just going to pull the rug out from under him. But so far, he's been playing really well. That's 2 games though, where the splash just wasn't there. And I think definitely in this previous game, if he had Storm a little bit quicker and he had the splash earlier, he would have defended. He would have defended comfortably because one Storm would have killed that entire army. It was so low. The medevacs had no energy. Barracks being built in an odd location. But yeah, so first one he gets, Oliviera gets in before the Colossus. And this one before Storm is finished. Okay, herO, you gotta be careful. Get a little bit of splash damage this time. I know you love to be aggressive, but... And honestly, Oliviera's been defending pretty decently. Like, by pretty, I mean, you know, he's been defending really well. He hasn't been taking critical damage. It does take a little bit, but nothing game-breaking. Ooh, almost hugs that probe. Good little probe drill there to get his probe out of there. And he's going to try to be annoying, but the CC does go down. That being said, no, he knows the Reaper's on the way, so... Pylon just to check for drops. SCV going for a scout. Once again, relatively standard build. Reaper's going to catch this probe anyway. And goodbye. Behind this. Okay, he's going for a shield battery. Trying to be a little bit safer. Which is quite funny because shield battery, I guess, is what? Good against... it's good for the Reaper too. To prevent the Reaper from getting any kills. But mostly I think Banshees. It's there to stop a little bit of Banshee play. I don't know if that's going to happen. Seeing a Stargate. Okay, so not the traditional herO blink type of opener. I mean, Stargate's not odd for him. He likes to go Stargate anyway for Oracles. He likes to have a couple of Oracles, which is actually something that he hasn't had. He had Oracles in game number 2. He had an Oracle in game number 2. But he hasn't been doing too much of them. Adept almost gets the Reaper. Nothing too major though. But yeah. Very cool. Are we going to see the 3 barracks once again? It's going to be 2. 2 barracks. Oh, hello. Adept being annoying. Marine, a couple of SCVs sitting in the bunker. They're like, okay, can this guy go away? We know he's not going to kill the CC. We see Phoenixes. Okay. I'm not going to say hero's known for his Phoenix play. He's not bad with Phoenixes. But it's definitely not what he's known for. Oh, goodbye, Marine. These 2 adepts are causing a lot of turmoil, though. They are stopping so much mining. That being said, it's not like Oliveira is far away from here in terms of mining, so... There comes the Robo. Reaper's gonna go kaboom. Gonna get picked up by a... This is awkward. There comes the second one. Okay, so there's gonna be continued Phoenix production. Phoenixes, I love Phoenixes. I think Phoenixes are always good. I mean, I guess they'd probably be better against a 3cc build, but this is once again this triple barracks build. Oliviera has been favoring this build quite a lot. And I think Phoenixes are definitely... Oh, don't lose one. They're definitely better when they can bounce between the bases. So if there was a base over here, or even over here, they can bounce between them before the Terran army can actually get into place to defend against them. Because they're quite tanky, so they don't really care too much for... missile turrets. But without the 3rd base, this is going to be another 2 base all in. Or at least 2 base extreme pressure. And when that Terran army, that bio army is going to come across, I don't know, what are the Phoenixes going to do? They're going to be able to lift the tanks, but it's not tanks. It's going to be a the reactor is going to be used for the starport probably. Okay, the splash should be out a little bit quicker. Robo Bay is already on the way. hero's not being as aggressive with his stalkers, but the Phoenixes also, they haven't really done anything. Like, what's the worker kills? 0. They're going to come in now and see if they can get a little bit of something done, which I think they might be able to, if they don't just fly in a circle around whatever that is. Okay. +1 is on the way. A couple more gases. I think that was the observer. Yeah, they come in. Gonna start picking up workers. Cyclone's gonna come in, be able to chase them away. Oof, just not enough. Double medevac drop. Going to be 16 Marines moving across. That's a scary thing to do. Using Marines, using medevacs to move units around when you know there are Phoenixes patrolling the map. But I guess that's another decision. He knows where the Phoenixes are, so he flies down south, which should be the safest path for him. It's a little bit of damage being done, but still nothing too insane. Do we have any splash out yet? We've got one Immortal, one in Colossus. Obviously an Immortal is not splash, but the Colossus is. The rest of the army is going to be pushing here through the middle of the map. So it's going to be a little bit of multi-pronged attack. The Phoenixes are finally going to spot this. Oh, they must have spotted it earlier because they were recalled. Here comes the Terran army. These Marines are coming straight in, and there's nothing to defend. A lot of work is going to be able to go down. Here comes the Colossus. It's awkwardly moving in. It is going to awkwardly move away again instead of getting rid of it, because at the same time here comes the Terran army from the top. The Colossus is going to try stop this army. So much stimming. Those units are so low. Eventually everything in this main is cleaned out. That's 12 workers going down. Don't lose the Colossus. He lost the Colossus. Great attack once again. And yeah, that slashed Hero's economy down quite a bit. I see 20 workers here, but where are they? They're coming from that base. So yeah, that base went down, as well as the Colossus. And Oliviera is just going to keep pushing in. What am I? The Protoss army is a little bit small. I don't like it. Oh, good little micro there by herO. Oh, just show it off, why don't you? Uh-oh. Immortal takes it straight in the face. Luckily the Immortal can tank it, but he's just burying them here and there oddly. Oh, another Stalker gets hit. And now it's play defensive, because hero's going to be full on aggression here. Play defensive. He's got SCVs ready to repair the bunker. Oh, good unburrow there. Gonna burrow in once again. Yeah, and now he can hold for days. I'm pretty sure he's got a very comfortable position. He's got tanks coming out. He's got a Viking coming out. So yeah, SCVs are gonna repair. He's trying to sentry to force field so that the SCVs can't get the repair. But this army, the War Prism goes down. That means that hero's attack has absolutely been cancelled, and Oliviera is going to jump on this. The Protoss army is disappearing. A second Colossus is here. Look at the medevacs. They're going to fly on, drop the Marauders, drop the tank. That's another Colossus going down. It's 99 supply to 57. Oliviera is now going to march straight across, and herO has 13 army supply. What are you going to do with 13 army supply against this Terran army that's rushing at you? He's trying to get a Colossus out. It's not going to be enough. Liberator on the way. Oh, there's one Disruptor. Okay, maybe a big Disruptor hit. Not a bad hit, actually. Disruptor is going to be targeted, but is kept alive by the Super Battery. This Terran army is not dead yet. The War Prism, the mine is going to burrow. It's a bunch of Marauders. They're a little bit more tanky. Oh, good pickup there. Drops back down on the Colossus. The splash is gone once again, and this army of what looks like 4 units is still dealing damage. Reinforcements are hurrying across the map. They are all rushing. There's no energy on these medevacs. Oh, GG. GG and well played from herO. Oliviera takes this series 3-1. With some amazing decision making and just fantastic gameplay. Actually really just punching through herO. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a fantastic match. I really had fun casting this one. This is great to see. So there you go, you have it. Oliviera, definitely a Terran that you should keep in the back of your minds. He's really, really good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.